We're back, everybody. And by we, I mean just me. I'm here holding down the fort. Who gives a F gets taken over by Not Worth the Time. What's up, everybody? And some of you are like, Not Worth the Time? That show hasn't been around forever. Yeah, that's because we're saving it for this. Now it's just special one-off times for when we can't get together for some reason. This is the first time in a long time me and Nathan couldn't get an episode in. I think we've only had to do this 3 other times where one of us has had to hold down the fort while the other one's doing some shenanigans out in the world. Hopefully come back with some stories to tell y'all on the podcast. So welcome to Who Gives a F, everybody. I'm your host, Wade Taylor. We're just hanging out this evening. It's going to be us just holding it down like we used to do on the old Not Worth the Time style, you know? My thing just chimed at me, trying to tell me that I need to buy a video game. That is the most infuriating thing about having a gaming rig now. That's what I love about having my consoles that have discontinued servers and can't even get online anymore. There's no ads. There's 0 ads when I play a fucking Tony Hawk game, unless you count all the sponsorships that have been wedged in there via, Element and Rockstar and Monster Energy and all that subliminal messaging that's going on while I deck my dude out in cool sponsor gear. There's that advertising, but there's no pop-up commercial telling me to buy a monster, and I appreciate that. Like that, the ads are bad, too. I don't play Call of Duty. I've never bought a Call of Duty game on this PC, right? I'd say got a Steam account. Never once, ever, have I even looked at a Call of Duty game on this. Played a lot of Halo. But I would argue very intensely just not every first-person shooter is built the same. Halo fans and COD fans I don't feel like there's that big crossover. There is a big crossover, but I'm more on the other side. I'm on Die Hard, okay? I don't go into that middle part of that Venn diagram, okay? I don't like crossing over. Not a big Call of Duty guy. Not since they got rid of Nazi zombies, okay? That's what I was there for. I played online here and there, but I'm not that guy. I've never bought a Call of Duty game on Steam. And yet there they are like, hey, you want to check out this new Call? No, I sure as fuck don't. I don't want it. Get it the fuck away from me. But wait, all you got to do is go in and change the settings in your computer, and they probably won't have any more pop-up ads. You're right. I know. And I just don't want to take the time to do it. Or every time I do take the time to do it, it's not like it works. It's like unsubscribing to emails. I don't know what you got to fucking do to get off some of these email chains. I've hit unsubscribe 3,486 times. Never, ever gets rid of them. I'm talking about you, Power Life Fitness. Go to one fucking yoga class. Go with my wife, trying to hold in farts the entire class so I don't kill anybody. Yeah, that's the one thing they don't tell you about hot yoga class. It's like being in the shower. And have you guys ever had a shower fart? It lingers. It sticks. It's humid. It's sticky. It's hot as hell here in Iowa right now. If you go outside and rip a fart, that fart's just going to stay on your back patio. It's just going to sit there and just fester in that fucking muck of just wet air. And that's what happens if you fart inside of a yoga studio. I went there, which is the most uncomfortable I'd ever been. I was stretching fine, but I was holding in farts the entire time. And they're trying to tell me to be relax and let go of the tension and just be one and be good. Meanwhile, if I relax, I'm going to fucking gas everybody out of this room. People are going to run out screaming. I'm going to embarrass my wife. She'll never be able to go to this place again. Her friend's the instructor. She can't look her in the eye ever again. We're never going to get to go out to dinner with those folks ever again. That's a dinner conversation for another friend couple, about why they don't hang out with us anymore, and it's because I destroyed a yoga experience, okay? I hospitalized a man by gassing him right next to me. He was at ground zero when I dropped a dirty bomb from my britches. And yeah, so that's why I don't want your emails anymore, Powerlight, okay? I fucking was so uncomfortable. I never want to go back there and remember that experience. It's terrible. Quit sending me emails. Anyway, that was a rant I wasn't expecting to go on. Man, welcome. Just fall right back into the slot of old not worth the time habits. Just going on rants that weren't planned. Oh, man. I've been seeing, but speaking of advertisements, though, I've been watching some old school TV recently. You know, old school as in I'm watching actual antenna TV. I'm got back into that. You know, you guys have heard me yap about my ability to always want to go backwards with technology rather than forward. I am the opposite of a futurist, probably in some capacity, as I use an iPhone and the internet to communicate with everybody. But I'm definitely not a futurist. No, it's just you get some fun channels. I love like some of the local channels. Like a big proponent of the channel Comet. If you're not familiar, if you have access to cable, I bet you can even stream it nowadays. I don't know. Let's check it out. I bet you can even find. Yeah, they're broadcasting TV. Yeah, they have a fucking website. I bet you can just watch it right from there. Just find Comet in your local area. Oh, nice. They have NWA wrestling. Sweet. I didn't know that. That rules. Good to know. Can you just click on these and watch TV series on Comet? Can you just watch them? No, you can't watch them online. That's a bit of a bummer. But regardless, you can go here and find what local station they are on and stuff. It's free. I mean, as long as you got, I think some of these places have apps on the TV and stuff too. I'm sure there's like a antenna TV app at this point. Regardless, Comet, can't recommend it enough. I mean, they got a fucking sick lineup for a little local. Like they got NWA Power Wrestling, that rules. Like I don't know if that's a little local fact. They got Xena Warrior Princess, The Librarian, Stargate, Grimm. They've been playing some sick movies lately. What got me back into it? They were playing RoboCop the other day. I was stoked as fuck. I just watched RoboCop the entire time. It was great. That's what sucked me right in. I was like, "You got RoboCop for me? Let's rock, baby. I'm ready to just get down with some cheesy 80s comedy or action movie, not comedy." and you know what? In a lot of ways, if you look at it through a certain lens, you can make RoboCop a comedy. Couple of extra sound effects here and there, you can make it a comedy. But I was watching that, and I'm sick of advertisements that are on the computer, on your phone, all that stuff. Everybody is. Nobody likes it. Everybody hates it. We just all tolerate it. What sucks is they're actually effective because they're just warping our brain because whatever reason the studies and everything have been just so much better on internet ads and phone tech ads. They know how to manipulate your brain better. But it's funny to see those techniques slowly start drifting their way into TV shows and in like analog TV. And just like the stupidity of it, man. Like it's and I was talking with Nathan about it on this very show about how they have like these commercials that just like they kind of like yell at you in that like accusatory turn and make you feel like a loser. Like the one about the aging guy, like you got too many wrinkles and we're going to fix your wrinkles. They just fucking yelled at that. You do not look like your fucking picture anymore, you old fuck. Yeah, that's the energy they're bringing into it. And not only that, it's the selling of nostalgia that's getting weirder and weirder. And just the things they want to try to sell you. And I knew this was going to become a problem when the penny got discontinued. Because we've all seen the coin collections commercials, right? Get the Susan B. Anthony, get the Freedom Tower special limited quarter. Like it's all these like weird things. Or this gold coin that's, if you buy it now, it's under the price of gold, but it'll only increase in value because it's made of solid gold. Even though there's no fucking way it's made of solid gold. They're not selling solid gold for less than market value. They're not going to do it. That's not how things fucking work. But they're now selling rolls of pennies. And they're marketing them as like the last batch of pennies that you can get that were ever printed. You can get them all. We have as seen on TV pennies now. Isn't that nuts? People are just going to, and there's a bunch of coin collectors out there. who are just out there trying to buy coins. Pennies. They're buying literal fucking pennies from TV ads for an installment of $9.95 for 3 months, dude. That's fucking crazy. Why in the flying fuck is that even a possibility? It bugs me that that's even a thing. Yeah, here we go. I searched it out because I wanted to know if this was really true. Yeah, they're selling 2025 pennies. It's the National Collector's Mint. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I don't even remember how many pennies, how much like actual money is in a roll of pennies. Like, I think it's fucking $1, maybe. It might be 50 cents. But they're charging $10 for this fucking 50. Oh, there it is. There, I was looking for the 50 coin roll. So 50 cents, you're paying $10. The problem is, I know there's fucking people buying it. That's what it blows my fucking mind. Like, should we? Oh, and I'm on this website I'm on now is National Collector Mint. So it's ncmint.com is what this is. Apparently, they must have a whole thing here about collecting coins. Let's see here. These 2025 cents. 2025 cents. That reads so weird when you say it out loud. Is among the final pennies ever struck at the U.S. Mint! Exclamation point, by the way. Some of the final. Not the final, by the way. No. The finals are getting stamped and taken by someone else. Since President Trump announced every penny mint, collectors have been scrambling to get pennies collections in order. On November 12th, 2025, the U.S. Mint struck its last penny ever for circulation and auctioned some of the final specimens to collectors. That seems fucking really fishy. That's like some art dealer shit, right? Because we all know the art world's a big fucking scam and people are bidding up paintings and selling paintings and insuring them and then having some guy come in and evaluate them for way too high and stuff. Like, that's some insider washing money shit, right? Being able to go buy one of the last pennies ever printed off, like, that seems crazy. The U.S. Mint was able to just get to auction off some of the last pennies ever mint. That seems fucking... It seems wrong. I mean, technically, as Americans, don't we have the right to that money because our tax dollars help pay to get the U.S. minting, I would assume? I don't know. The minting? We pay for the mint. I'm going to put, is U.S. Mint tax? Is U.S. Mint taxpayer funded? Taxpayer funded. Let's find out, shall we? No, the U.S. Mint is not taxpayer funded. It is entirely self-sustaining and operates at no cost to the taxpayer, relying on the United States Mint Public Enterprise Fund rather than an annual congressional appropriation. No shit, the U.S. Mint... Dude, it's wild when you look into things and you find out what isn't a government thing and what isn't. I assumed that's like when I found out the Federal Reserve isn't part of the government technically. It's its own thing. Holy shit. It's public enterprise, covers all costs of operations, metals purchasing, and is completely self-supported. No shit. The revenue source, it generates income by selling circulating coins to the Federal Reserve at face value, along with selling billions and collector products. Oh, so literally they that's them selling off the last of their pennies, the last few pennies and auction off. That's their business model. They create the scarcity and rarity of each coin that's being collected, and that's how they're getting money. Damn, dude, it's like Pokemon cards, except with money. Look at this, guys! I found a holographic Lincoln. That's fucking nuts. So they literally get to create the scarcity of a rare coin. So that means all of those things that they say are like fuck-ups and misprints at the U.S. Mint technically couldn't be fuck-ups or misprints. They could just be doing that on purpose to get some coins and then auction them off. And damn, they could create their own collector's item. Damn, you can turn a nickel into a Labubu. Damn, that's some wild shit here. I did not know that that's how that worked. Okay, this is truly a once in a I'm back to the ad here of the 50 pennies. This is truly a once in a lifetime collectible event. So it's important to act now. Acquire a 50 coin roll of beautiful, brilliant, uncirculated 2025 U.S. pennies, especially our established collectors, because now is the time to load up and stash these beauties away for prosperity. Yes, hoard the pennies. Get buckets of pennies and keep them. Make sure that you have them forever and ever, and eventually somebody will want to buy them. I just don't get it. It's fucking nuts to me. If the penny's no longer around, and they're going to get rid of all of the little hand-cranking, penny molders at, like, Disney, where you can get Donald Duck or or Mickey Mouse on it, or if you go to Adventureland, you could get the fucking dog on it, or, you go to Camp Snoopy, you could get Snoopy on there and all that stuff. Now all those are gone, and you won't have pennies to do that with anymore. Are those little souvenir pennies going to be worth more now? Because you can't do it anymore. You can't do it unless you have pennies, Like 15, 30 years from now, I think a goofy stamped penny is going to be worth quite a bit, okay? you got a Lincoln turned into a tall goofy dog? Perfect. Now that's worth $25,000. No, I'm just glad to see that my childhood of wanting one of those smash pennies is now probably going to be worth something. You know what? That's some positive. I'm trying to find the positive in this, you guys. I'm still blown at the way that the fact that the U.S. Mint makes money is creating collectible items, essentially. That's all that they fucking do. That's fucking wild. And selling pennies online. Can't make that shit up. Can't make that shit up. Just tricking old people. You know how many kids under the age of like 8 this year from their grandparents are going to get fucking rolls of pennies and be like, those are going to be worth something someday. It's like, yeah, they're already worth 50 cents, Grandpa. You fucking overpaid by 3,000%. That's going to happen. A 50 sleeve of pennies is going to be the new railroad bonds. Jesus Christ. Just waking up in the morning, going out to see what Santa gave you, and you just have rolls of pennies in your stockings. You're like, is this the new coal? No, that's Santa's gift. Are you excited about it? No, I wanted candy and a fucking yo-yo that was going to break. Oh, dude, there's just going to be so many people with stocking stuffers this year. God damn. Oh, shit. That's just the way it goes, I guess. We're just all out here doing our things. Oh man. So, well, guys, I don't have a ton of like brand new stuff for you this week, and I'm not gonna riff this whole time like that, just going off the rip like this. But in true, not worth the time fashion, I did do my favorite thing, which is find a bunch of articles to go over with you guys. I got 3 really good ones. If we get through all 3, I think it'll be really fun. So, of course, I got 2 of them from one of my favorite magazines of all time. Man, I'm forgetting the magazine name now. That sucks. What is the name of the magazine I always get these from? New Scientist, that's what it is. And the other one was from Science Focus. That's why I was getting them both confused in my brain. I read too many science magazines. And you know what? I read too many science magazines to be this fucking dumb. That's because I don't absorb the information. I'm reading this not for educational purposes. I literally read scientific magazines or National Geographic or history magazines just to go, what funny thing pops out of me that I can make fun of? I'm not going in there to learn. I'm going in there to fucking be a little twat and just make fun of everything. All right. So, the first thing I found this week that I think is a very cool article comes from New Scientist. About drugs. New drug technology sweeping the nation. You know, we got all sorts of drugs that are trying to sweep the nation and get in the forefront and in the eyes of the people right now. And apparently there's a new drug that's combating zombie cells that may improve aging. Ooh-wee, do we love the topic of trying to stay young forever? Everybody wants to just keep staying young, man. Nobody wants to age. And we got all these psychopaths out there trying to just really make sure they stay young. You know, there's that one guy who's like the huge proponent of it, who it turns out like he has like a stomach like cancer or some shit now. Not looking good. That sucks. He's been doing a lot of work to try to keep himself young forever, and then you get hit with that one. Ooh, it looks like this experiment might not get to see the long haul payoff. That sucks for that guy. It sucks for that guy, but he also has $1 billion. I'm sure he'll be fine. From what I've heard, if you have the money, you can go to Switzerland or wherever the fuck, some Nordic country, and they'll just give you the cure to whatever cancer you have. That's what I've heard via a lot of weird videos. So who knows if that's actually true. I want to kind of believe it's true. That there's just like some Swiss doctor who's just like, here we got the cure for cancer for you. Oh, what is your ailment? Oh, no problem. We can whip that up a hergaderg. Swedish cancer doctor just comes in and fucking cures all. All right, but let's find out about this zombie cell fighting drug. As we age, our body loses the ability to clear out zombie-like cells that have stopped dividing, instead dripping out poison and turning other cells rogue. Oh shit, dude! It's zombie cells, like they're actually attacking other cells within your body. Oh man, that's crazy. And they're making them rogue. What are they doing? Are they just like being rebels without a cause? Just cells like, hey man, we gotta run the liver. I don't need to run no liver, man. I'm an outlaw. You need to open up your membrane, man. You're just fighting for the system. Yeah, we have to fight for the system. Otherwise, this entire thing fucking collapses. You cease to exist. Whatever, man. You're just working for the man. Yes, literally the man we're inside of in order to stay alive. Restoring the ability to remove these syncyte cells prevented signs of cognitive decline and fertility in older mice. Oh, great. I love that the fact that we're still doing shit on mice is so weird to me. Did they prove that that's not like the closest thing and always the best thing? Well, at least it doesn't work for every experiment. Like that was like the whole thing with the Diet Coke, with the aspartame that's in it, right? That they said that it gives mouses cancer, but yeah. You're not giving them the same like you're giving them the same size dose as humans. Of course they're gonna get cancer. I don't know. Anyway, fertility in older mouse. Damn. So if you got rid of these zombie cells, guys, turns out these mice can still nut. They're still out there fucking after you get rid of them zombie cells. With a hint of the same outcome could occur in people. Katrin Anderson at Stanford University in California and her team compared mice aged 6 to 8 months, roughly equivalent of people in their 20s, with mice ages 23 to 25 months, the equivalent of people in their late 60s and 70s. They found that older mice had more of these cells in their organs, including their liver and spleen, and in their bone marrow. Damn, you got them zombies in your bones. You got the zombie cells in your bones. The cells were neurotypical immune cells that are normally in the body's first line of defense against infection. These would usually be cleared out by cells called microphage, resisting in tissue or residing in tissue, which removes damaged cells and debris. Oh, there's debris inside me? That sucks. But this ability declines with age. Anderson and her colleagues traced the decline. Let me scroll up here. To prostenig E2, significant molecule that increases with age. They found at a higher E2. It's a very Spanish molecule. E2. It really wants to know how you're doing. How you doing? Yeah, I'm a zombie. Actively overstimulating or replicate called EP2 on the tissue. The resident microfiche, which leaves them less able to remove the cells. Next, the team tested whether blocking the overstimulation could improve signs of aging and genetic modification in EP2 gene from these tissue residents in older mice. These animals went on to clear most Oh man, I fucking hate when I get into. This is one of those articles that was too smart for me. Too many big words. And show signs of healthier aging, including lower levels of inflation, reduced muscle loss, and better mobility compared with modified mice in the same age. They also performed almost as well as the young mice in a memory test. Research also tested the experiment drug blocking EP2 radioactive protein. When given orally, the older mice for 2 months, they were. This caused similar aging related improvements to those genetically modified mice. Okay, so they did the genetic modified mice. Those obviously had benefits because it was just in their body that way. And so then they tried it orally like a medicine, and it turns out it did help that. Okay, that makes more sense. So you can manipulate the genes after the fact. We can start introducing this and make it work. Finally, the team found a similar pattern in human tissue with the liver sample from older people showing higher EP2 activity and more cells in there. The human data are supportive but not collective. Anyway, at the university, we haven't yet shown that blocking EP2 can restore those in human tissue. So they don't know if it can do it to human tissue, but they're pretty positive that it's going to do something because it's been helping these mice get down. Okay, these mice are reproductive again. These older mice are throwing it down. Okay, basically this EP2 was, it's like Viagra, but also steroids at the same time. That's pretty neat stuff, huh? Isn't it? Can't you believe that? And now those mice are getting right back at it. Which, oddly enough, leads into the next article I found from Science Focus, which I thought was interesting because, speaking of those mice being able to bang again, scientists have now found out that early life was terrible at sex. Animals only began to improve their sexual reproduction when faced with stress and competition. So next time you're stressed, just remember, when you're fucking not doing well at work, you're just like, oh man, I'm so behind on this project and this sucks. I can't believe that I'm not doing well. I'm probably going to lose my job. Just know that stress gonna make you fuck good. Bills might take that promotion from you, and you might lose your job. That competition gonna make you fuck good. Because these early animals and organisms back on planet Earth, man, they had it too good. There weren't any fucking predators. They didn't have jobs. They didn't have taxes. They didn't have to worry about trying to budget to buy overpriced pennies. So they were lazy, and they were like the panda, and they just wouldn't fucking reproduce. And of course, I don't know what this says yet, but I just think it's funny that somehow they decided they needed to study this. In reality, like, I just feel like one doctor was like, I bet you, what do you think early life sex was like for reproduction to get to this point? And then some guy was like, well, they were probably terrible at it because they're extinct. If they were good at it, they'd still be here. Someone had to be like, damn, that's a pretty fucking solid point. If they be fucking, they would be here. But they weren't fucking, so they're not here. So maybe he's right. If study shows, pretty sure if they be fucking, they would be here. So let's find out about the first animals and why they weren't fucking. Earth's first animals were weren't great at reproduction, scientists have revealed. In fact, they were so bad at it. How bad were they? They were so bad at it that they actually held back life's diversity by millions of years. Damn, dude, they didn't evolve fast. And we could be so much farther ahead in 2026 had they just been fucking right. We would have been able to do so much better, but they were holding it back. Early on, animals were doing the idiocracy, okay? They weren't passing on the good traits. They were just passing on the dummies. They're so bad that they held back life's diversity for millions of years. That's so funny. And by that, does that mean like they weren't like branching out and having sex with other animals? Is that what they mean by that? I don't know what they mean by that. You're gonna have to clarify. It was only when stress and competition led to the arrival of sexual reproduction that the pace of evolution increased. For the study, researchers from the University of Cambridge studied fossils of some of the oldest known animals on Earth, which lived around 574 million years ago. These animals reproduced asexually, creating offspring that only a single parent's gene. Oh, see, they weren't fucking. Nobody be fucking. These asexual creatures wouldn't be fucking. And so there was no actual mixing of the gene pool. That makes sense. So they just were getting the same carbon copy over and over again. Damn, this is fucking crazy. Reported in the Journal of Nature, Ecology, and Evolution, the new study goes some way to explain a question paleontologists have been asking for years. Why animal life remained relatively unchanged on Earth for a million years? Why weren't they changing? Why for millions of years was life the same on Earth? They didn't be fucking. They wouldn't be fucking. Nobody be fucking. Oh, this is so fun to me. I'm so glad I got to do this episode by myself. Nathan's going to listen to this and think I'm a fucking psycho. Anyway, who cares? Some of the earliest creatures which existed during the Endogric period, which is 635 to 539 million years ago. I forget that, like, AD... or BC, sorry, AD's after Christ. But BC time, like you start, it's the farthest point back, and then it goes forward. It's fucking weird. I don't know like how they do that. They look more like ferns than animals. Oh, so they're just plants. Okay, wait a minute. If this looked like more like a fern, and then it's more plant-like, are they basing this study not off animals but plants? Because plants still asexually reproduce, right? I mean, I guess some bees kind of get in there and help pollinate them, you know. Bees kind of cuck a bunch of flowers. Bees be out there cucking these flowers and pollinating shit for them. I'm going to get up in this sunflower, and then I'm going to go to this sunflower. They didn't appear to have mouths, organs, or limbs, but they believed to have absorbed nutrients through the water around them. They reproduce asexually by sending out clones via runners, just like modern-day strawberry plants. See, they're talking about plants then. Like, they say you can't say animals and then bring up fucking plant facts, man. This is bothering me. Wish this wasn't bothering me, but I feel like I'm getting tricked here. I thought we were going to talk about how animals not be fucking, but instead we're still like, well, plants be not fucking. Of course they haven't. Plants have never fucked. You ever walked out into the fucking jungle and seen a Venus flytrap bending over another one? No. It's never happened, okay? You've never seen a weeping willow get consoled by an oak tree. You know, just a little condolingus. Anyway, life was pretty nice during the Industrial period, so they needed the need for sex was rather limited. Damn, turns out that was the Garden of Eden time. Life was pretty sweet. We didn't need sex, okay? Yeah, we didn't even need that. Nobody wanted it. And turns out we were just like, that sounds like work. We just would rather chill and get nutrients from the water and just chill, bro. How are we going to make more? I'm just going to clone myself. It's fine. Said the lead author, Dr. Emily Mitchelson from Cambridge Department of Zoology. There was relatively little competition, so there was no real pressure to change anything. Mitchell and her team studied fossils from Mistake Point in Newfoundland, one of the world's largest sources of fossils from that period. They found during this period, animals lived in rich waters where competition for resources was limited. As they spread from deep oceans to shallower areas of water, they would have faced more pressure, including tides, storms, shifting temperatures, and changing nutrient levels. Stress essentially leads to sexual reproduction, and when that happens, we can see a massive increase in discernible differences as animals attempt to colonize new areas during the increased in their competition. Okay, so when resources got scarce, then competition happens, which leads to stress. Whoever's there dominates it out. And then they're taking over all the resources, so then the other people have all the other animals spread out, which that leads to that, and then the better qualities in there that are suited for that environment get passed on because those ones survive. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's how Hey, Wade, that's how evolution works. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood. This is me being dumb, okay? Just stay with me here. As these animals adapted to new habitats and new models of reproduction, or new modes of reproduction. Ooh, they got new modes. I think you need to have a new mood. Oh, you need to set the mood there. How about a little romance for the lady? Diversification of species increased too. This process allocated further into following Cambrian period when animals became mobile. Wait, they weren't mobile? What were they before? No wonder they couldn't fuck. They weren't mobile. You can't fuck if you're not mobile, okay? If you're isolated, you can't do it, okay? That is too funny to me. The animals not be fucking. They didn't need to fuck. They just make clones of themselves and be like, it's fine. We're just me again, dude. I'm perfect. Dude, early life on Earth was just just super cocky. Like, dude, we don't need to improve. I'm perfect. Just watch me fucking make more of myself. You don't need to improve on perfection. And that's why God sent an asteroid, because they had pride. One of the deadly sins. Those plants didn't know what the deadly sins were, but guess what? They found out quick when they got hit with a fucking rock. Oh, damn, that's too funny. The asexuality is what helped kind of keep life going for a long time. For over 100 million years, they were just like, yeah, I mean, Do you ever think one of the other animals is like, I mean, we could try to do, what if I did this? And they're just like, ew. No, dude, that's fucking weird. Don't fucking, why are you doing that? Why are you even suggesting that? It's fucking gross, man. Oh, wow. That's a wild story there, guys. Well, now you know that apparently animals weren't fucking. And then once they be fucking, we started getting better, you know? Started getting better. Started having some good times, okay? We're in good times now. You can tell we're in good times because people not be fucking. That's what I keep hearing on the internet. It's a bunch of incels. People not be fucking, which means must be good, pretty good times. It means there's less competition, maybe? I don't know. According to that scientist, if I just connect dots, that I can. Am I making some giant assumptions right now? Absolutely, that's what I do. But ending on a high note here, guys. I got one last article for you. We have a good one for the boys and girls. I think this probably extends to all genders. I would assume so. They must have only studied men in this part for this study because of the title, but I assume it's got to help women too. But game slashes dementia risk in men. Cognitive training seems to help men's brains stay clear and of a plastic-causing protein. Okay. That's cool. A cognitive speed training game has cut dementia risk by 25% in a protein that clogs up the brain for in Alzheimer's disease in men, but not in women. Wow, I assumed too quick. Ladies, I apologize. I got your hopes up and then I dashed them. If I would have read the first fucking paragraph of this article, I wouldn't have sounded like a dick. But hey, I was trying to be hopeful. I was trying to help. You know, I was hoping the gamer girls, they were they had a chance. They could play this game. I don't even think this is. I thought this was gonna say video games, honestly, when I first got this, but it turns out it's speed training. So this isn't really a video game. Like I thought this was gonna be like a video games are good article. Damn, I think I'm just gonna learn about how to speed train my brain, which God knows. I probably need some. I'm probably facing some cognitive decline right now. It is the first time the brain training has been shown to influence a level of neurodivergent markers, strengthening the evidence suggesting that mental exercise can boost brain health. Hell yeah, dude. Let's boost that brain health by fucking giving some mental curls. One of the main markers that insights of the future of dementia risk got better for men who completed the cognitive speed training, says Hei-Wan Chai of Clemson University in South Carolina, who presented the research to the Alzheimer's Association International Conference in London last week. The computer-based speed training involves recalling where objects have flashed up, with the task becoming harder as you get better. Oh, yeah, dude, just speed, just skill training. I like it. Okay. A prior 20-year study from some of his colleagues showed that the people aged 65 and older who did the training were 25% less likely to be diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease or a related form of dementia compared to with a controlled group. The last study they did recruited a separate group of 53 people from the U.S. ages 65 and older, 13 of whom were male. About a third of the participants were asked to complete between 2 to 4 hours of speed training each week for 4.5 months. The remaining participants were told to either spend the same time playing games such as solitaire, word searches, similar to Connect 4, or completing other kinds of brain training, which they would had strategically tracked objectives and switched between tasks. Okay, gotcha. So that's they're just testing a bunch of different ones against this one method. Got it. To explore how the speed training would reduce the dementia risk, a team collected blood samples from all of the participants at the start and end of the training period. This that among men, speed training increased the ratio between the two forms of beta alloy found in their blood, which suggested that the training boosted their brain's ability to clear beta amyloid 42. This protein forms in clumps called plastics in the brain of people with Alzheimer's disease, disrupting the brain's function. In other two kinds of training had no effect. Some Alzheimer's treatments, such as Limbrick, have been designed to clear amyloids from the brain, but only marginally in slow cognitive decline in people with Alzheimer's disease. The limited benefit seen in the trial probably down to those treated between at a relatively late stage of the condition, which substitutionally brain damage already occurred, says one of the other professors from the College of London. Engaging in cognitive training, it can reduce the buildup for dementia and develop any may have a bigger effect of dementia because it would be done before much of the brain damage has occurred, says Accord. However, the training has no effect on the amyloid levels in females, particularly in this study. The team hopes that it can explore how speed training may benefit women in the future, they say. Damn, that's wild that like there's just that much of a difference in brain chemistry, and for some reason that it didn't help any of the women. I don't understand how that works, because I'm not also a brain scientist. Yeah, that's what they're called, Wade. That's how we know you're not one, because you can't even make up a term that sounds fucking correct. I know, okay? I'm fucking dumb. Did you hear me struggle through 3 articles? Cut me some fucking slack, okay? But it's wild. I want to try some speed training. I bet you there's some like things out there I should do. I've been trying to like read books and stuff more before bed, and that's enough speed training for my brain. I read 5 pages, my brain wants to turn the fuck off, dude. It's fucking bad. But that's a crazy thing that just like it didn't help women at all. It's got to just be like that group or something. I don't know. Especially when it's only 25% were helped a little bit. Or I just want to know more about that, because it is a small sample size, and 25 seems like a lot, but I feel like that number goes down the larger sample size you use. Maybe, I don't know though. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's even better. Maybe I should stop being a pessimistic asshole and just be happy people are looking out for people with Alzheimer's. You're right, guys. I should be better. And you know why I want you to be better? In a way you can be better, is to go to puntinggame.com. That's right, everybody. Puntinggame.com is where you can find this show. Who gives a F, right? It's a great show. We love doing it for you. We haven't missed an episode in I don't know how many years. We do our best to try to entertain you guys once a week, putting out something fun for you guys, and that's why I'm doing this right now. You can find the back. If you like listening to this episode where you listen to me just yap by myself, no Nathan, you can go check out the backlog of Not Worth the Time, guys. That's all on puntinggame.com too. Every episode I ever did of Not Worth the Time is still up. You can go listen to that. It's a hoot. It's a holler. Go check all that stuff out. Lots of fun there. And if you really, really want to support the website, really help us out, go to YouTube. Search Comic Wade Taylor. Hit subscribe. You get the video versions of this podcast, stand-up clips from me, my stand-up specials. And I put out a sketch every Tuesday now. Every Tuesday there's a new sketch that's coming out, so you can check all those out. So go over to YouTube, you type in Comic Wade Taylor, hit subscribe. And then if you want to support us financially, okay, all that other stuff, that's just supporting us by watching the stuff we put out for you guys for free. If you want it, like if you're like, man, I wish there was a way I could give you guys a couple bucks. Well, you can. And it's not even just donating to us. You can get something for it. You can go to the Punting Game shop, guys, where you can get t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at puntinggame.com. And don't forget to use promo code WGAF. Promo code WGAF. What's that get you? Well, if you use promo code WGAF, it gets you free shipping at checkout, guys. So grab yourself a hoodie. Get ready for the upcoming fall season. We have new designs that have been up there for a while. They're really cool. They're really nice. I really like the designs we put out. So check all those out. Because we don't want to take money or donations like that for whatever reason. We just want to, like, if you wanted to support us, we hope you get something else in return. And we kept the hoodies as cheap as possible. We make like $3, I think, on each shirt or hoodie. We kept it really low because I fucking hate when I go to concerts and shit. You got to spend $70 on a hoodie or a t-shirt. That's fucking bullshit. I don't want that. That's horrible. Dude, no. I want you guys to be able to have something cool, and we get a couple bucks. And that's all it is. So go over there. Punting Game Shop. Promo code WGAF for free shipping. Guys, I can't thank you enough for listening to the show for all these years. We've been doing it for a long time. I appreciate every time that I put out an episode and that people are still listening to it and enjoying it. So thank you for the bottom of my heart that you're doing this. This has been Who Gives a F? I'm Wade Taylor. On behalf of my older brother Nathan, we'll catch you guys next time. Animals don't be fucking. Who gives a F?